The whistle shrieked, a mournful cry cutting through the Iowa night, oblivious to the fate that awaited it. On July 21, 1873, near Adair, a curve in the tracks became the stage for a daring act that would etch itself into the annals of American crime, forever changing the legend of the Old West. The Chicago, Rock Island, and Pacific Express, laden with unsuspecting passengers and a rumored fortune, was hurtling towards a meticulously planned ambush, orchestrated by men whose names would soon become synonymous with outlaw notoriety. This wasn't just another robbery, it was a declaration, a violent birth of a new era in criminal enterprise, and the world was about to witness the audacious debut of the James Younger gang's most infamous tactic. The rails themselves, seemingly steadfast, were about to betray their trust, twisted into a trap by the hands of legends in the making. The unsuspecting engineer, unaware of the impending chaos, steered his iron beast towards destiny. Towards the moment Jesse James would claim his place in history. Remember to comment, like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss future episodes of the Calendar of Crime. Born from the ashes of the Civil War, Jesse and Frank James, alongside the Younger brothers, had already carved a bloody path through banks and stagecoaches. But their ambition, fueled by a desire for greater spoils, and a simmering resentment against the powerful railroad corporations, led them to conceive a new, audacious plan. Intelligence suggested a Rock Island train would be carrying a massive shipment of gold, a prize too tempting to ignore. The gang meticulously scouted their location, choosing a sharp curve near Turkey Creek, just west of Adair, Iowa, as their strike zone. It was here, under the cloak of darkness, that they would attempt what was believed to be the first successful robbery of a moving train in the American West. Under the cover of night, the gang, a half-dozen determined figures, set about their grim task. With a spike bar and hammer, they stealthily removed 2 spikes from the track, just enough to ensure a catastrophic derailment at the precise moment the train rounded the bend. They then concealed themselves along the embankment, their hearts pounding with anticipation, waiting for the telltale rumble of the approaching locomotive. The air was thick with tension. The silence, broken only by the chirping of crickets and the distant, growing roar of the train. Every man knew the stakes were high, and failure was not an option for these hardened outlaws. As the train approached the curve, its speed undiminished, the trap was sprung. The loosened rails buckled under the immense weight, and with a deafening screech of metal and a shower of sparks, the engine and several cars violently left the tracks, plunging into Turkey Creek. The impact was horrific, instantly killing the engineer, John Rafferty, and the fireman, Peter Maher, and injuring many of the terrified passengers. Amidst the chaos and cries of the wounded, the James brothers, Frank and Jesse, emerged from the darkness, their faces grim, their revolvers drawn. This was no ordinary robbery. It was a brutal assertion of their dominance. Jess and Frank, with cold efficiency, boarded the wrecked train. Their primary target was the express car, where the rumored gold shipment was supposedly held. They forced the terrified guard to open the safe, their expectations soaring with the promise of a fortune. However, their triumph was short-lived. Instead of the anticipated $75,000 in gold, they found a mere $2,000, a fraction of what they had been led to believe. The large gold shipment had, by a twist of fate, been transported on an earlier train. Undeterred, the gang moved through the passenger cars, systematically relieving the occupants of their cash, watches, and other valuables, accumulating another $1,000 or so. The entire operation, from derailment to escape, lasted a mere 10 minutes. With their meager haul, far less than they had envisioned, the James Younger gang melted back into the darkness, riding hard towards the Missouri border. The scene they left behind was one of devastation and terror, a stark reminder of the brutal efficiency of their methods. While the financial gain was disappointing, the Adair robbery achieved something far more significant for the gang. International notoriety. Newspapers across the country and beyond sensationalized the event, solidifying Jesse James's image as a daring, ruthless outlaw, a legend in the making. This audacious act marked a turning point, establishing train robbery as a viable, albeit dangerous, enterprise in the American criminal underworld. Thanks for watching. Please comment, share, like, and subscribe for future episodes from the Calendar of Crime.